Hi there, I'm going to be modeling how to solve 6/10 plus 1/2 using a number line. This is from Eureka 4th grade, module 5, the fractions module. This is lesson 20. So I'm going to be using a number line to find the answer, the sum. So I have my number line here and I started at 0 and I ended at 1. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it two different ways. But first of all, I am going to partition I'm going to partition my number line, and I'm going to put a little line in the middle, and I'm going to indicate that that's a half. Okay. So I have my half here. Now I want to find where 6/10 would be on the number line. Well, I know from my knowledge of fractions that 5/10 is equal to a half. So this would be my 5/10. And so from 0 to a half, I would have 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10. So I'm just going to mark that off. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. These are not very even. You don't have to be perfect, but 1, 2, there we go. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, right? 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, and then 10/10, which is 1. So this is 8/10, 9/10, and then 10/10 here, which we know when our numerator and denominator are the same, that it's equal to 1 whole. All right, so now I am going to, now that I've actually, this is one way I'm going to show you because there are a few ways. Now that I was able to determine that 1/2 is the same as 5/10, now I can add these two. Because remember, I can never, ever, 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 ever add or subtract fractions when their denominators are different. So I have to do some sort of mathematical calculation to have the denominators be the same. So what I did was I created an equivalent fraction to 1/2 that has the same denominator of 10. And as I said, 5/10 is 1/2. So now I can do it, right? 6/10 plus 5/10. Well, my whole is still broken into tenths, so my denominator stays the same. And 6 plus 5 is 11. Now, what do I notice about my my fraction? It's improper, right? It's more than 1 because my numerator is bigger than my denominator. So I can decompose this into a mixed number, right? I can do a number bond. And if I'm going to pull out that 1 and then figure out what I have left over, well, if I pull out the 1, well, we know the 1 is 10/10. So here's my 10/10 as my 1. And if I have 11/10 and I just pulled out 10 of those tenths, how much do I have left over? I have 1/10 left over. So my answer written in mixed number form, 11/10 is equal to 1 and 1/10 as a mixed number. However, Eureka is telling us to do it on a number line like this. So it's 6/10 plus 1/2. 6/10 plus 1/2. So what they want you to do is, I believe, now you can do it anyway. Either way is fine with me. I'm going to stop it at 2. The middle of 0 and 2 is 1. Right? So I'm going to start off at 6/10 and I'm going to add a half to it. So I need to partition my 1 whole into tenths. So in the middle, that would be 5/10 because half of 10 is 5. And this would be 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is 10 tenths here. And here I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is technically 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, 1. So we have our 6/10, which is right here. So we're starting at 6/10 and we're adding a half to it. Now I can't really add a half to it because I don't, the 2 and the 10 are different. So as I did in my other example, I figured out the equivalent fraction to a half was 5/10. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to partition my 1 and my 2 into tenths as well. So in the middle would be 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 tenths, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then the 2 would be 20 tenths. So now I know that 1/2 is equal to 5/10. So now I'm starting at 6/10, which is here, and I'm just going to increase by 5, and I'm going to see where I'm going to land. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I land on 11/10, which we all know from our first example that 11/10 is equal to 1 whole and 1/10 left over. See, here's my 1/10. I'm going from 10/10 to 11/10. So my answer is still going to be 1 whole and 1/10, or 11/10. I hope that helped to those who needed the help. If not, please let me know. I'll be happy to do another example for you. Okay, bye.